Now that each of you have completed your 3D puzzle block sample that was provided in the last 10 videos, you are now ready to move on to the actual design brief. The design brief that is titled 3D Puzzle Block Activity, and is currently what you are looking at on the screen. There is a challenge that you're going to have to review, as well as limitations to the challenge, and then simple procedures that must be carried out in order for you to successfully complete this activity. So I'm not going to read through everything. I'm just going to highlight on some things that you need to make sure that you pay attention to. I hope that you also make sure that you do read through everything on your own time. Okay. So remember that you're basically working for a major toy company, and you're going to create a 3D puzzle block for this toy company. And there will be 6 individual sides that will be put together, all connected together, and you will be doing this all in a group of 3. So, what you need to do in order to get this started, let's look at the limitations. Your team will eventually produce a working prototype of the puzzle block, and it is important that the size limitations are met, simply because you will lose points on your overall grade for this, as well as the overall toy company may reject your design simply because it does not follow the limitations. So the assembled block must be no more than 1 cubic inch, 1 inch by 1 inch by 1 inch. And the reason this is set up is because it needs to fit in the packaging that has already been prepared for the toy that you're going to produce. So let's make sure that we look at that. Also, there is an opening inside the box that must be kept hidden, and this is for things to be stored in. But basically, whenever you create each of the pieces to be a thickness of 1/4 inch, that small open cavity will be created whenever you assemble the puzzle block. Let's move on to the procedures. There are 5 procedures that you must follow. The initial design, number 1. The initial design should be brainstormed between all 3 team members using the provided orthographic paper and optional isometric paper. Once each of the 6 sides of the box have been laid out on the orthographic paper, each team member can pick 2 opposite sides to be drawn up on SketchUp. So what you're currently looking at is a puzzle block sample, and this is drawn out to show all of the 6 sides that you would be creating. These are just the 2D, this is just the 2D orthographic drawing. So you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Those are all 6 of the puzzle pieces. You want to start off with the first puzzle piece in the middle, and then you're able to create these other 4 pieces just by simply using the geometry that has been created on puzzle piece number 1. Once one of the pieces is created, you need to use the projection lines that you see right here. There are lines that run diagonal on a 45-degree angle, coming off of each of those corners of the 1 inch by 1 inch piece of the cube. And you also notice that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all of those 6 pieces have been labeled with different colors, so that whenever you start to actually create the puzzle block on SketchUp, you will know what colors you have selected, and it will make things easier for you in the long run. So I'm going to minimize that and open up the worksheet that you will get, where you will be able to create what you've just seen in the sample for puzzle block number 1 and puzzle block number 2. So please remember that this paper is used for you to create your initial designs that will be further developed into the overall final design that will then later be produced on SketchUp, and then later be actually produced on the 3D printer. So that is where we will actually replicate the design that you are creating from start to finish.